Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Artie Hoffman going to you live. And as always, I am going to give you my best energy possible as far as doing readings for you guys. And I just want to thank all of you who tune in on a regular basis. It's very cool. And I just want to thank everybody for all your positive energy and for all your good well wishes. And it's always great to hear affirmations afterwards. So, it's funny. I was talking to a kid earlier, and it's funny how the young kids talk sometimes, because when they talk like in question form, and it's like, I went to the store, and so like when I went to the store, I was talking to my friend, and it's like, and they talk like in question form. And it just makes me laugh how some kids talk. And it's like, I don't know, is it like Valley Girl talk? It's like, that's how some people talk. They talk like in question form. And it's just so funny. So, oh, and I got these, like I do every week, I show you, I got these money incense. I got to show you I got to tell you about a really cool testimonial that I got. I was with one of my friends who I saw in the Atlantic City area yesterday, and she said when she burnt her money incense, because I sent her a money incense, and I am selling these, the money incense, and it brings on prosperity and money and all that good stuff. Smells awesome, and you get 10 in a pack. You get 10 in a pack, and so if you email me, all right, if you email me, Artie Hoffman at Gmail. I'll tell you how much they are when you get 10 in a pack. So anyway, so I'm speaking with my friend Joanne and Glenn, and she said to me that when she first got them, she burnt her incense, and when she burned the incense, she ended up winning $4,000 on the slot machines. And I said, oh my God, that is so cool. And again, when I burned the incense on the last convention that I did, they wouldn't allow me to keep on burning the incense because, we were in a building. But the girl who was who was with me when the incense was still going, who was my first client, and I read about 20 people that day, but she was my first client. And I said to her, I said, you need to play the lottery or something. And I wasn't even thinking the incense, I'm just getting into the read. And then I see beaches around you. You're going to be around the beaches. And it turns out that she ended up winning the grand prize that evening, and she went to Punta Cana. She won a free trip to Punta Cana. So she starts laughing. She goes, Artie, I feel like I should be taking you. I said, I feel like you're right. So it was really cool. I just also want everyone to know that I also do I don't do free readings, only on my show. Okay. So when you ask me questions, please be very, very specific with your questions, and, and I'll be specific with the answers, so if you want to communicate to a deceased loved one, to somebody who's passed away, if you mention their name, or if it was, your grandmother, your grandfather, don't tell me, my name is so-and-so, and does anyone want to talk to me? I'll talk to you, but as far as communicating to the other side, you have to understand there's a lot of questions hitting me at the same time, during showtime. So I do we try to hit as many people as possible. So, and thank you for all your good well wishes, everybody. And I want to thank everybody who watches from across the country and around the world. And I think that's really cool. So, so anyway, I do private readings. I'm in Woodbridge, New Jersey. And I also do phone readings. I'm just as accurate over the phone as I am in person. I got to tell you something really, really funny that happened to me this week. Oh, and plus I do Artie parties. So this guy calls me up, all right? I'm in my car, and this guy calls me up, and he goes, yeah, my name's John, and I heard about you, and I wanted to see if I could do a phone reading. And I said, sure. Actually, no, he asked for a reading. And I said, do you want it in person or over the phone? And he goes, over the phone. He goes, how does that work? Because he thought he had to come see me in person. I said, no, I could do it over the phone. He says, well, how do you do that? And so anyway, I just got in the mode in that moment. And I just said to him, I said, let me see, you're having problems with trust in your relationship. And and you're feeling very insecure right now, and you're wondering if your girl's screwing around on you. And I said, and it just happened. I said, all this just happened. But, you know, you're feeling very insecure, and it's getting you very angry, upset. You have your OCDs. And he goes, oh, my God. He goes, that's exactly it. That's what I'm going through. And I go, well, that's how I do it. You know, so I just gave him a little piece of Artie in the moment. And I was just at Jersey Mike's sub shop, you know. And so anyway, the kid behind the counter goes, yeah, so, you know, so what are you doing tonight? I said, I'm doing my Facebook Live show. He goes, Facebook Live? I go, yeah, it's an international show. He goes, what are you doing on there? I said, I'm a psychic. He goes, really? He goes, oh my God, I always wanted to see one of you type of people. And he goes, but I'm afraid. And so I said to him, I said, well, let me hold your hand. I said, I'm not going to promise you anything, but let me hold your hand. So anyway, so I go to hold his hand, and all of a sudden I had a vision of an old lawyer that I knew from way back when. And it was called Juman and Juman. It was in Edison. And so I said to him, I said, you better watch your ass. I said, because I see you needing a lawyer. You're going to be needing a lawyer. So if it's not you, it's somebody within your family. I said, but don't put yourself in harm's way where, you know, you're going to need a lawyer, or if kids around you are drinking and driving, or don't put yourself in a weird situation with a girl where they could, you know, possibly press charges on you, or they're misinterpreting your actions. I said, I'm telling you, I'm seeing you with a lawyer. So the thing is, I had this recall of a name of a lawyer that I knew from the yesteryears, but it was so vivid in my mind. So I told the kid, you know, I didn't mean to scare the hell out of him, but I think I did. And but anyway, I think hopefully he listens to me, and hopefully I saved his ass. So are you able to see the questions and stuff? Yeah? Oh, we're all good. All right. So I have my wonderful friend Jenna here. She's awesome. I'm very lucky to have her. She was nice enough to keep herself available for this evening. Allison couldn't make it this evening, tied up with family stuff. So do we have our first question? We do.
So Danielle and Peach.
Danielle and Peach. Hello, Danielle.
She asks, any message for my family from my cousin Dominic?
From your cousin Dominic. Okay. It's funny, when I hear the name Dominic, I keep on hearing, what's it to you? What's it to you? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What's it to you? What do you want? It's like, it's almost like he felt bad, like if anybody was asking him questions. He didn't like to be asked questions. He didn't like when people were imposing on him. And I don't know if he was just joking around doing this, or if that was actually a part of his personality. And I keep on seeing something with very quick with his hands, or playing jacks. You know, it's like for some reason I'm seeing, maybe it's you, or you played jacks with him or something, but I'm seeing like very quick with the hands, or maybe he used to do something, have something on his hands, and then he would just snap it up. But I'm seeing very like quick with the hands, unless if he knows magic. But that's what I got with Dominic. And for some reason, I feel like the number 14 is very significant in connections, whether it be with you or Dominic. But he said, don't worry. He goes, he's giving you a thumbs up. And he says, I'm all right. And he said, I love you. And he said, just know I'm okay. So what do we got?
Okay, so James Lindbergh.
James Lindbergh. How you doing, James?
He asked, what does my deceased grandpa, Thomas Lindbergh, want to say to me and or my family?
Oh, okay. Okay, let me get in that zone of Thomas Lindbergh. Ahoy, mate. You know, I keep on hearing ahoy, mate. Ahoy, mate. Was he in the Navy? Were you in the Navy? Are you into boats? Did you guys like to do fishing? You know, as soon as I just heard that question, I'm getting something in regards to something with the water, with fishing, with boating. And it's funny because he just said, all right, everyone get together, group hug, group hug. So I don't know if you guys just did this, or the family got together, or like a bunch of the family members got together and somebody was like holding them really tight and squeezing them really tight, but it was more than one. There might have been like 3 of you or 4 of you, and like maybe were you like holding a couple of kids and you're just grabbing them both at the same time really tight. but I'm also getting something where there's some kind of an engraving with the family name on it. So I don't know if this is like, and I'm not saying just a tombstone, but I'm getting like some type of a public display with the family name on it. So I don't know if you did something in memory of, like donated, like maybe engraved your name into a bench or into, I don't know, some kind of engraved with name, maybe in memory of him. But I'm also getting, he's saying, thank you. I don't know. He's also mentioning something about there was, I think something was planted in his name. Somebody did a plant or a tree and did it on his behalf. And he's just saying, thank you very much. And he's just showing me just now, I'm seeing a bunch of butterflies. So he's also giving reference to the butterflies. And he says, just know that I'm doing well. And he goes, I love you with all my heart. And for some reason, I just heard something with Guns N' Roses. So I don't know if somebody was just listening to Guns N' Roses, or if he was into guns and somebody's into roses, or I don't know why I just heard Guns N' Roses, but that's what I got. And thank you so much for all your hearts, everybody. That's really cool. And for all your thumbs up and all your good well wishes. So what do we got, Jenna?
Sandy Moore.
Sandy Moore. Hello, Sandy Moore. Wants to know.
Will I get back with my husband?
Will you get back with your husband? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you send me your number? Because in case you don't, I'll put your name out there to a bunch of wonderful guys I know. No, but I'm going to answer your question. Hold on. Will you get back with your husband? Let me take a look at this. I'm going to ask the angel cards on this one, okay? So, do you remember her name again?
Sandy Moore.
Sandy Moore. Okay, Sandy Moore. Will she get back with her husband? Education. I'm getting the angel of courage, the angel of synthesis, which means comes together. And it's actually, as strange as it may sound, actually I'm getting that you are eventually going to get back together with your husband. And, you know, it's weird. See, this is why I like to go to the angel cards, because sometimes, you know, I don't know if it's my ego that gets involved. You know, if I want to make sure that it's coming through spiritually and it's not just coming through, you know, like this is what Artie thinks. You'll next to never hear me say, well, what I think is, you know, because if I tell you what I think, that means it's coming from me, which is from the ego. So if I tell you what I feel, that means it's coming from spiritually. So do I feel like you're going to get back with your husband? Now, my original answer was yes. And this is what I'm getting. And I'm getting a breakthrough. And I'm getting that very important, before you get back together, you need to discuss what the problems were so that you could overcome it. And I wouldn't get back together with him unless if both of you agree to go for counseling. Without that, I really wouldn't recommend it. Do I see you capable of getting back together? The answer is yes. But just because I said yes doesn't mean like, oh, this is going to be great. So to make sure that you don't fall into the same trap as far as the energy of what broke you up, you need to like really have a good, healthy conversation with one another so that, you know, the same issues don't prompt up. So that's my answer to you. Just be patient. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't surprise me if it happened by the month of February. So that's what I'm getting. What do we got, Jen?
Okay, Becky Williams.
Becky Williams. Hello, Becky.
She's asking, is my dad or my ex Todd trying to message me? I feel a presence.
Okay. Well, if you feel a presence, that's definitely a yes. You know, sometimes, you know, when your hair stands up, or, you know, sometimes when you are by yourself, you just feel this energy. You can't explain it. You know, and the thing that sucks is that when you try to tell your friends or other family members about your experiences spiritually, you know, people will think, oh, you're crazy, you're going nuts. People are afraid of spirituality. People are afraid of things that they can't understand. So they make fun of it, or they say, oh, you're crazy, or I don't believe it, because spirituality does break all the rules of physics. You know, so, you know, when you explain, you know, like I saw somebody walk through a wall, I woke up in the middle of the night and somebody was right there and then they disappeared. You know, so a lot of people get those kind of experiences. I'm also getting like there is something weird going on around the washer dryer area. In regards to connecting, for some reason I'm getting something with the washer dryer. So I don't know if it's around, is the washer dryer around the kitchen area or is it, I'm not sure, but I'm getting issues with the washer dryer, or that's where you might be feeling that energy. It's funny, and right now I just started getting something about food fight, and I'm getting about somebody having a food fight, because I just saw like John Belushi in Animal House, that famous scene with food fight. So I don't know what the connection is there with you and the food fight, or you might be getting something on your shirt and you're going to have to wash it. Maybe that has to do with it, but this is what they're telling me. I'm also getting that there's something that you keep around your neck, if I'm not mistaken, that is a representation of one of them. So, but I am hearing, yes, that is them when you feel or sense a presence, especially if your hair starts standing up on your neck or your arms or for no reason. So don't worry, it's not like Amityville. This is a very harmonious type of experience. So, all right, what do we got, Jen? Hey, Donna Cole Palumba. How you doing, Donna?
She wants to know, do you see a man named Chris in my future? Many years since dated, but hoping he's the one.
Many years since dated. Let me take a look. Wait, I'm going to shake up my 8-ball for you. You know that magic 8-ball? So let me see what the spiritual world has to share with you. Is she going to possibly get back together with this guy, Chris, who she's gaga about? Is it going to happen? Oh, wow. Hold on just a second. I have to look at this twice because I'm getting mixed signals. So, and that does happen. So give me just a moment and I'll tell you, is she eventually going to get back together? Actually, wow, this is pretty cool. I feel like, yes, there is going to be that opportunity of you getting back together. Now, do I feel like it's going to happen yesterday? I don't feel like it's going to happen yesterday, but I do feel like it's going to happen. So, I'll congratulate you in advance. And don't worry about the circumstances in the now, as far as how 2 and 2 doesn't equal up. So you asked me the question, is that opportunity, is that possibility there, or do I feel like it's going to happen? And I feel like there will be. Do I feel like it's going to turn into an all-out relationship again? I'm not sure of that, but do I see the opportunity of the two of you getting together again? That I'm getting a yes. Hold on just a second. Yeah, I'm getting a very, very strong yes that you will reconnect somehow, some way. And I feel like it's going to be a spontaneous moment. So I'll congratulate you in advance because I know how bad you want it to happen. Okay? Go ahead, Jen.
So real quick, Danielle and Peach, that was our first question. She says,
Danielle.
OMG, you just made my night, completely in tears. Thank you so much. His thing was thumbs up. He passed from cancer just before he was 40. This truly means so much from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, you're welcome, Danielle. That's really cool. Thank you. That's very nice.
So from Donna Takeliff.
Donna Takeliff.
She says...
It sounds like a Jewish name. Donna Takeliff, how you doing? You might not be Jewish, but it sounds Jewish. Now it's sounding like Jackie Mason. Go ahead. What's the question?
The question is, any message from a church prayer team partner that passed from cancer? Her name was Jane.
Her name was Jane. Here I am. I'm talking about Jewish. You're talking about a church going? Well, hey, Jesus Christ was Jewish. I mean, what the hell? All right, so we're all in the same park. Does Jane have anything to say? I keep on hearing, she's a very lovely, lovely person. I keep on hearing, God bless you, God bless you. And I'm getting like, either you or people couldn't do enough for her, and people were like wanting to cook for her, wanting to care for her. And I'm just getting like, she's showing so much appreciation for all the nurturing attention that she got, while she was going through her hard times. And she says, blowing you kisses, and she's saying thank you so much for all your beautiful thoughts and prayers, and for assisting me and loving me. She goes, it meant the world to me. And she goes, please tell everybody how much I appreciate them. And I'm getting something in regards to piano playing. So I'm not sure what it is with the piano player or piano playing. Also, I'm getting it sounds cliche, and I apologize for this, but I'm also getting, was there something about the song Amazing Grace? And I feel like that was either her favorite song or that song was being played during her funeral. But she's saying, oh my God, it was such beautiful services. And she's just saying, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And she's giving acknowledgement also to the yellow flowers. She said she loves the yellow flowers, yellow and white flowers. So what do we got, darling?
Catherine Aninos.
Catherine Aninos.
She wants to know, am I going to be out of the house I'm in now before my ex gets out of prison?
Wow.
Yeah.
You better leave Dodge. Should I stay or should I go now? If I don't go, there will be trouble. Okay. Will you get out of the house before your husband gets out of the jail system? All right, so yes, but what I'm getting is for this to happen, you have to be committed to the responsibilities, and you can't meander. If you just jerk around and you don't do all what's necessary, I feel like you can definitely be out way before he gets out of jail. But I feel like you can't jerk around. You have to have a plan. You have to talk to people. You have to ask for assistance. You have to be serious on being proactive on making this happen. So do I feel like that you can be out of there before he gets out? The answer is 100% yes. But you definitely got to be fully committed on making your actions happen and being very responsible about that. Okay? So good luck to you. And don't worry about him being in the jailhouse rock, because don't worry, baby, you'll be out before you know it. Go ahead. Diane Fitzpatrick. Top of the morning there to you, lassie.
She says, does my Aunt Roro come around me? Is there anything she wants to tell me?
Okay, your Aunt Roro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Aunt Roro. I don't know, was her name Rose by any chance? Oh, wow, I must be psychic. Wait, hold on a second there. Roro, Aunt Roro. All right, give me messages, Roro. And you're too late. Oh, okay. All right. I'm getting that there was some kind of really hard circumstances in regards to love. I don't know if this is you or somebody within the family, but I'm getting that somebody is allowing themselves to stay in a relationship that shouldn't be. Because I'm hearing the song by John Bon Jovi, "You Give Love a Bad Name." So I'm getting something in regards to that, but she's trying to give advice to somebody, whether it be to you or somebody within the family. She's afraid of somebody getting hurt in the circumstances of their relationship that they're very afraid of. Also, I'm getting that Christmas time was very, very special. What else? What else? What else? Ro, come in, Ro. I got to put on my antennas. Wait, come on, Ro. I'm not getting much from Ro. Damn. Sorry about that. That's all I got. It may not seem like a lot. Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is a little cool. All right. You're going to be seeing a stack of coins. You're going to find a stack of coins just randomly. Also, and do you like collect a bunch of change? You know, there's something like also like a change jar and stuff, and she's showing me a change jar, and I'm seeing change like on clunk, 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 like, you know, throwing change in the change jar. But I'm also getting that you are going to be finding not like just one coin at a time, but you're going to find a clunk of change, and that's going to be her little hello to you. What do we got?
Cindy Quirk White.
Cindy
Yes.
Quirk White. Okay.
Says, did my last house have a bad spirit in it?
Yes. Cindy Quirk White, did your last house have a bad spirit in it? I want to say yes, there was a lot of negativity, a lot of negative energy surrounding that house. Absolutely. And I feel like it has to do with the people who lived there before you. Um, yeah, I just keep on hearing something with like negative karma. I get that it was very abusive. It was very abusive in that house one time. I want to express this to all of you right now in regards to, getting readings from other people. Be careful of those, and I'm not saying this out of jealousy or competition. I really don't care about that crap. So I'm just letting you know, but be careful of any sign that says, $5 readings, special $10 readings, and the purple lights, come on in for a reading with the purple lights. Those people have a tendency to always tell you that there's a bad spirit around you or somebody put a curse on you, and that's why you're having troubles in love, and that's why your money's dwindling, and that's why life sucks. So, and for, $2,000 to $80 million. If you give this to me and a piece of gold jewelry, we're going to bring it to the church in Rome, and we're going to bless it and say our Hail Marys for you. Don't believe in that crap, all right? Because anyone who tells you like there's been a curse on you. Now, this girl just asked me, was my house cursed? Now, I am saying yes, it was cursed, but I'm not saying that someone put a curse on her, But and I think that's wrong. But that when people like that, they have a tendency that when people come in for a reading and they know that a lot of people are vulnerable. So when people tell you when you're going to die, just leave. That should never be discussed. The only time I personally talk about death when I feel somebody's gonna pass away is like if they're already on their deathbed. That's a little different, because you want to prepare yourself or the people or situation. So you want to get kind of prepared for it. If somebody is already knocking on heaven's door, that's a little different. But pretty much so when you're pretty healthy, give or take. And, I would never tell somebody, well, a couple of times I did in my past and I regretted it, but I would never do that again. It's a rarity. I read for over 20,000 people. I might have done it 2 or 3 times in my life, but I would never do it again. Because what happens is that when somebody like myself, or you go to a psychic or a medium, whoever, and they tell you and they give you a date of when they feel like they think that you're going to die at this point or how you're going to die, you could actually generate this to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So even if you're 22 and they say, oh, you're going to die at an early age, you're going to go at 40, you're going to go at 50. But you're actually, this seed is actually planted in your brain. And so it's like you could actually manifest this to happen. So I just want you to know, so for all of you who have ever gotten that curse placed upon you, I can remove it in an instant because all I have to do is say Wallakazoo, and it's gone, because it's just the power of your belief system. So, don't believe in that crap. If somebody's just going to be genuine, just let them, read you and just let them do whatever. But as far as anyone putting a curse on you or telling you when you're going to die or anything like that, that's not good. A lot of people will ask me, Artie, do you ever tell bad news? Do I ever tell bad news? And I call it, I don't like to call it bad news, but I'll say hard news. But if I do see something that's not right, the angels will give me the answers on how to prepare yourself or how to overcome it. Or I'll give you a perfect example. Like today when I was at Jersey Mike and when I held this kid's hand and I said, you're going to need a lawyer. You're going to need a lawyer, because I kept on hearing the name of a lawyer's name that I knew, which was Juman and Juman out of Edison. And not that I'm trying to advertise, I'm not. That's not my intent. So I said to him, he has the ability to change things. I said, so being that I'm telling you you're going to be needing a lawyer, and I feel like it's going to happen within the summertime, don't go with friends that are like being truant, or don't go in a car where kids are drinking, or don't put yourself with a girl where you could be in a vulnerable situation where someone might claim you're being raped or they're being raped or something. So even though I saw this, it doesn't mean it has to happen, but it is there lined up so that you could start making healthier choices. I was just telling, my friend Jenna here today that, I was doing a reading for someone, and and when she came in to see me, All right, when she came in to see me, she said to me, she goes, Art, for the last two, she goes, you read me 2 years ago, and every day for 2 years, I thought of you. And I was kind of laughing. I was like, I mean, it was a heartwarming feeling. And I was kind of like smiling inside, not laughing, but smiling inside. I said, oh, okay, that's nice. Thank you for the compliments. And I go, so why were you thinking about me for the last 2 years? And she goes, because 2 years ago when you read for me, you held my hand and you started singing the song because the song came into my head. Highway to Hell. I'm going to Highway to Hell. So I'm singing this song to her by AC/DC, and as soon as I held her hand and I heard that song, I said to her, I says, whatever you're doing right now, I said, you need to stop, because if not, pretty soon, and I mean very soon, you're going to get slam dunked and you're going to end up in jail. So she said to me, I didn't listen to you, and a week later, I got caught at doing something I shouldn't do, and I ended up having to go to jail for 2 years. And she said, every day when I woke up, she goes, I thought of you, and I thought, why didn't I listen to Artie? Now, I'm not saying that I'm God, and I'm not saying that I'm the end-all to end-all. Well, close. I do try my best, baby. So, but no, when I get answers, and I know when I'm right. I know when I'm right, because when they're so strong, there's times where I feel like it's and then there are times where I know for a fact that, my premonitions are really strong. You do have the ability to change things, but then there are situations where, come hell to high water, guess what? It's going to happen no matter what. So you better prepare yourself for the storm. So that's why it's good to see people like myself, or, people want to know, how do I see a good psychic other than, yours truly? But, usually through recommendations. And that's the best way. So, again, so if anybody wants to come and see me for a private reading, whether it be in person or over the phone, feel free to give me a call at 732-778-7173. Thank you for all your beautiful hearts, everybody. I love you so much, and all your good thumbs up and all that other good stuff. Or you could email me at artiehoffman@gmail.com, or go to artiehoffman.com, ARTIEHOFFMAN. MICKEYMOUSE, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So, and also, I got these money incense. I'm telling you, so if you need money and prosperity in your life, don't be afraid to ask. I don't care what the Catholic Church told you. You shouldn't ask for money. You shouldn't, because it's greedy. Don't worry about it. Having a lot of money is not greedy. It's what you choose to do with it. So, if you want to order these money incense, go to my website, or, again, call me. All right, and I'll tell you how to get them, and I'll tell you how much they are, and you get a pack of 10. So again, artiehoffman@gmail. So, any case, let's get back. Oh, to let you know also, for all you people who are going to be in Ocean City, New Jersey, Southern Jersey, I believe it's July 17th or 19th. I'm sorry, I don't have my schedule book on me, but one of those dates, July 17th or 19th, I am going to be at the Compass Massage in Ocean City doing readings for the public. And last time I was there, I was sold out. And it turned out to be really, really good. So I'll be there from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So a lot of you are saying, Artie, shut the hell up and start reading my questions. So I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Melissa Wood Santiago.
Wow, what a cool name. Melissa Wood Santiago.
Yes.
Santiago.
She says, can you please tell me how my dear friend Theo passed away? Need some closure.
How did Theo pass away? Hold on a second. How did Theo pass away? Hold on a second. How did Theo pass away? I'm repeating myself a few times on how Theo passed away. I keep on getting something with something with the heart. I keep on going from the heart to the brain, from the heart to the brain, and I keep on getting some kind of like taking in something into his system, and I'm getting, it's almost like something gave way and something like kind of exploded. It's like the intensity of what was put into his system. Something was put into his system, getting like an explosion inside. whether it be like an aneurysm or something like that. Heart. Yeah, I keep on getting some kind of an intake of a hard chemical that was in his system, and then it caused like uh, an eruption, and something just burst and gave way, and I felt like he died right away. So, and my sympathy to you, okay, and my heart goes out to everyone who lost a loved one, and your pets too. I also connect with pets, so. When I do private sessions, I just want you to know, whether it be, again, over the phone or in person, or even when I do Artie parties and I do fundraisers and stuff like that, when I do readings, everyone can get a recording of your session if you want to. So it's really cool, so you don't need a memory with me. All right? So that's good, because my memory sucks. I'll tell you things before they happen. I just can't tell you things that have already happened because my memory sucks. What do we got?
Okay, so Mary Elizabeth.
Mary Elizabeth.
My daughter Lily wants to know if her Graham and Pop have any messages for her.
Okay, precious. I keep on hearing the word precious, and I'm also hearing the song "You Are My Sunshine" being sung to her, and they just said, "I love you. We're very proud of you, and I love you very, very much." That's what I just got. And did someone always used to say, what's on your mind, or what's bothering you, or tell me, or a penny for your thoughts? I just heard that expression, a penny for your thoughts. Now, there's somebody who's listening right now. I don't know who it is, but there's somebody who's watching right now. And somebody always used to sing the song, "A Bushel and a Peck." Okay, a bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck. And that's definitely a message to you who's listening to my Facebook Live right now. But there was somebody who always used to sing that song to you, and they just want you to know that they're alive and well in heaven, and they're singing that song. And they said, "Okay, let's go out and have some ice cream now." With rainbow sprinkles. That's my favorite. Okay, go ahead. What do we got?
So Jacqueline Cantine.
Jacqueline Cantine.
She's asking for her boyfriend Jeremy. His cousin Paul passed away suddenly. Is there anything he might be trying to tell us?
Okay. That other than he's chilling out in heaven? Isn't it strange? Nobody wants to die, but everyone wants to go to heaven. It's like, oh my God, I just want to go to heaven. I hope I end up in heaven, but I don't want to die. Woody Allen said something very funny. He goes, "I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens." That's a Woody Allen line. Pretty funny. Okay, so about your cousin. Yep. That's what I keep hearing. Yep. Yep. That's a man of short words. Yep. That's right. Yep. All right. Yep. Gotcha. Yep. Like he wasn't a person of many words, unless if he's mimicking you or something. But I keep on picking up something with. Did you guys used to do find the ball or something like that? Because I'm seeing I forgot the name of the game where you hide a ball under the cups and you're trying to find it and stuff. But it's like trying to play that game. Also, I'm getting was it you or him that liked to build model cars or model planes? Or also I'm seeing a deck of cards and like trying to build a tall stack of cards up on one on top of another, or playing Jenga. For some reason I'm getting all this, and I just got something with playing the game of Battleship. I don't know if that is any reference or connection to you, playing the game of Battleship, and also I'm getting somebody was a Trekkie, somebody like Star Trek also, and I keep on seeing all this sci-fi stuff now. So I'm not sure if that was you or that was him, and he just said, "Kudos to you, bro." He goes, "I love you, bro." That's what I just got. Okay.
Okay. So Kayla Dumont.
Kayla Dumont, how you doing, Kayla Dumont?
The butterfly I keep seeing my Nana.
Yes, 100% yes. Is the butterfly that you keep seeing is your Nana. That is her strong hello. And you are also going to be smelling her perfume around you soon. She had a particular scent that she had, and you're going to be smelling that soon. And she's just letting you know that that's her. For some reason, I don't know where you live, or no, it doesn't say where people live, but she's also saying enjoy Florida. So I feel like there's a trip coming up to Florida because I'm seeing alligators in my mind. And whenever I see alligators, that instantly brings me to the state of Florida. So she's saying enjoy Florida. But yes, that's 100% your Nana in regards to the butterflies. Also, you're going to be experiencing poop on your front windshield from a bird flying by while you're driving. You're going to see a plop, and that's going to be one of her funny hellos to you to let you know that she's around. What do we got?
Okay. Judy Fenton.
Judy Fenton
Says, do you see my granddaughter moving?
Do I see your granddaughter moving? Let me see. Do I see? What was her name? Judy?
Judy Fenton.
Judy Fenton. Do I see your granddaughter moving? Hold on just a second. Do I see her moving? Do I see her moving? Do I see her moving? Do I see Judy's granddaughter moving? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I usually like to look at the cards twice, just to make sure. Do I see her moving? Actually, I don't feel like she's going to be moving. If she does move, she can't move prematurely. Otherwise, there's going to be problems with her move. I feel like she needs to make sure that she sets herself up really well before she makes the move, because I'm seeing that if she does move before her time, or she's forced, that it's going to be a little challenging for her. So, do I see her moving? Yes. Eventually, but not right away. That's what I'm getting. Eventually, but not right away. Go ahead.
Okay, so Jacob Powers.
Jacob Powers
Says, my girlfriend Kelsey is currently at work, but she wants to know if her grandmother Bonnie, who has passed, is trying to tell her something.
Get a new job. Literally. She says don't settle. That's her message to her. She says don't ever settle. She says don't ever become complacent with your life. Don't become complacent with your job. And she says don't settle. She says I know you are capable of doing a whole lot in life. And if it means for you to go for more education, if it means for you to work longer hours, if it means for you to work a little harder, she says don't be content with just so-so. She says, I know you could do it. I'm very proud of you. And she says, just keep shooting for the top. She goes, but I want you to enjoy life at the same time. All right? She says, life is a balance. This is what her Confucius message from the other side. She goes, go for the top. She goes, shoot for the best. She goes, but also allow yourself some playtime. But she says, don't settle. That's her biggest send you. And she goes, I love you with all my heart. And she goes, I just want more than anything else than to see you happy. That's all I want for you, is to be happy. And she just blew a kiss to you.
Okay. So Barbara Ann.
Barbara Ann.
Says, I just lost my dogs, Sadie and Sarah.
Oh,
My
I'm
heart is
sorry.
breaking.
Yeah.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're together. Yes, they are together. I just want people to know, because this is a very, very difficult time of life. You know, our pets bring us so much unconditional love, and this is the reason why we love our pets a lot of times more than we love our own family members, because no matter how bad you might be, or no matter how late you come home, or even if you get to feed them or whatnot, they're always unconditional with their love. And, you know, we become a mush when it comes to our pets. And what happens is that when the time eventually comes where we have to put down our pets, if God forbid hopefully they don't get hit by a car or die suddenly like that, but when we have to put down our pets, what you're doing is you're letting a healthy soul out of an unhealthy body. And it's a very tough choice to make, because a lot of us prolong our pets' lives when we know that they have cancer, when we know that they're hurting. And it's our selfish reasons why we choose to allow us to have them still with us when we know that they're hurting inside. And but just try to understand you're letting a healthy soul out of an unhealthy body. And once you do put them to sleep, so what happens is that they're able to go out and play again. All right, and that they're not limited to their sick body, and they're not going to be in pain anymore. So even though it's very, very painful to do that, my heart breaks for you, because I really do. I understand. And yes, are they doing okay now? The answer is yes. And do they also go to a place of heaven? The answer is yes. It's very beautiful up there. God is not a vengeful God. God is not a mean God. He's not a punishing God. He's not a revengeful God. He's filled with pure, unconditional love. God says, listen, you guys beat yourself up enough. I don't have to beat you up anymore. So between all the guilt that we put upon ourselves, between all the guilt that you get in your Jewish families and the Catholic upbringings, with all that guilt, he goes, I don't need to do anything to you. You beat yourself up pretty good. So it's all by our own choices. All right? So there is no place called hell. There's no physical place called hell. I promise you. What hell is, it's an emotional experience. It's not a physical place. There is a place of heaven. There's definitely a physical place of heaven, which is of everywhere. But hell, it's an emotional experience. So once you learn to be forgiving upon others, and once you learn to be forgiving upon yourself, then everything's good. Everything's okay. I got to share with you a quick funny story. So I'm in this church, right? This Jewish kid is hired to go to a church to clean chandeliers there. So I'm about to go up this tall step ladder to clean the chandelier. And one of the older women who worked there at the church was talking to the father, who happened to be right there. I think his name was Father Michael. So she goes, oh, Father. She goes, I have to see you later on for confession. And so I stopped walking up the ladder and I looked down at her and I said, well, what's the problem? I go, tell me whatever your problem is. I said, I'll forgive you. I said, me and God already forgave you. She goes, you have nothing to worry about. She goes, you're forgiven. Don't worry about it. Go, tell me your problems. Go ahead, say a few Hail Marys. Don't worry about it. You're already forgiven. She goes, oh, no. And she was taking me seriously. Oh, no. She goes, I got to talk to the Father. I said, no, tell me your problems. I says, you're forgiven. So it's funny. But like I said, we beat ourselves up. But, there's no sense of confession if you're just going to do the same crap all over again. It doesn't make sense. Oh, Father, forgive me for I haven't gone to church in a while. Or forgive me because, I committed adultery, or I stole, or I still smoking pot, or I'm still doing this, that, and the other thing. And then after you go to confession, boom, what happens? You end up doing it all over again. Father, forgive me because I swear too much. And then you drop, oh shit, I'm sorry. And then you end up picking up something, whatever you drop. Oh, Father, forgive me again. So, okay. What do we got?
So Trevor Thomas is watching, and he says he saw me in Jersey Mike's today. Anything new with the lawyer?
Oh, cool. That's so funny. Yeah. And I just said to him, yeah. You could change things. I'm so glad that you're connected. This is really cool. Yeah, so cool. Yeah. So I'm glad, and I was just telling your story earlier today. So yeah, it doesn't have to happen, all right? Don't put yourself in a position where somebody could blackmail you or somebody could screw you over or whatnot, all right? And I feel like you'll be okay. And I was just talking to my friend Jenna, who was there, with me today, that you could definitely be okay. But like I said, if you allow yourself to make stupid moves around people who are, come on, what's the big deal? Or if people want to be a little truant or a little devil's advocate and say, hey, come on, let's go into that house, or let's, here, or take some of this or take some of that, or somebody stole some money and here's some money. Or so. I'm just telling you, don't take advantage of a vulnerable situation. So, hey, thanks for making the best sandwich in town. I really enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so
Lydia Harder. Hey, Lydia, how are you, sweetheart? I know you.
She says, why do I see the number 249 all the time?
Lydia, I know you have my email, Artie Hoffman, well, everyone does, Artie Hoffman @gmail. I don't have that. I do have a book of numbers, all right, by Doreen Virtue. And email me, all right, email me, and I will tell you exactly what 249 means, okay? And why that happens. There is a sign. You know, it's like today, I kept on seeing the number 7171, and you know, it came up like 3 times in a row while I was driving, and I kept seeing 71 on the same license plate. And I meant to look at my book because I keep 2 books, you know, one in my van and one in my car, in case I, you know, have those situations. So I like to look it up, and there's a message there. So, but Lydia, when I, yeah, after the show, if you email me, I will check it out later on, and I'll email you back, and I'll let you know what 249 means.
So Ashlyn Danner.
Ashlyn Danner, what a cool name, Ashlyn.
She says, I have a lot of blocks in my life. Will this change? I am currently in a funk and can't get out of it.
Okay, Ashlyn. All right, I said this before to other people. I'm going to say it to you. I promise you, I'm not saying this for my own business purposes, all right? I could help you get out of this. Like, it's not just a one quick answer. You know, I'm in a funk. I feel like I have this cloud over me. I feel like, you know, all this. I don't know how to get out of it. Let me, if you do a session with me, all right, and I put my attention and energy into you, I'll help you get answers so that your actions will lead you from where you are to where you want to be. All right, because a lot of it is a mind perception, you know, where your head is at. So I'll help clear out the clutter out of your brains, out of your head, and clear the energy, and so that you could have, you know, make healthier decisions. Because when you look at something from a different perspective, a healthier perspective, you can get out of your funk. But that's something that I just can't answer just like a one-shot, boom, do this and that's it. So if you do a session with me, you know, just give me a call. So, and that's for everybody, you know, if you want to do a session with me, you know, whether it be to connect to somebody or you want to know about your love life or, you know, your job sucks or something, give me a call. Give me a call at 732-778-7173, or you could text me, or you could email me at artiehoffman@gmail, and check me out at artiehoffman.com. Also, I'm going to be at Compass Massage July, like I said, I'm not sure if it's July 17th or July 19th, but I'm going to check that out later too, and I'll let you know. I'll post that up soon. Go to my events page. By tomorrow it should be up there. And so, yeah, so Compass Massage, that's in Ocean City, New Jersey. So last time I was sold out. The last few times, actually, I've been sold out. So get them while they're hot. So when you call me up, I'll explain to you my rates, and then I'll tell you, you know, whatever you could afford, you know, and we'll work it from there, whether it be in person or over the phone. So go ahead.
Dominique Lewis Rogers.
Dominique Lewis Rogers.
Says, do you think my best friend and I will continue being best friends?
Let me take a look at my crystal ball and tell you about it. Hold on a second. Will you continue to be BFFs? Hold on. Efficiency, BFF. So long as the both of you are kind to each other, so long as the both of you keep on, you know, treating each other just the way you are, the answer is yes. However, oh wait, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this little change. What's going to happen is there is going to be a circumstance where one of you is going to be getting in a relationship, okay? And within your relationship, it's because of that relationship, it's going to slow down your relationship with each other. And I feel like it's the relationship that's going to cause you, or one of you, to kind of wean off a little bit. I'm not saying that the friendship is going to end totally, but I feel like the dynamic can very well change. So, but I do feel like it's because of one of you, you know, being in a different relationship and kind of changing things. Just by me telling you that, you do have the ability on a conscious level to make changes. So, hold on a second. I just want to see if I could just elaborate a little more on that sucker for you. Okay, cool. I actually want to know something. So what I'm getting is that there is going to be a pause in the relationship, and the one who's getting slighted is actually going to be speaking up. And I feel like through this communication, when that time happens, that things will get back on track again. It's like not being the same, you know. Did you ever see the movie, what's that? With Tom Hanks when he went to be a little boy? I know that you know that, and I know you got, I can't believe I'm having a brain fart. See, I told you I can't remember what has happened. Big. That's it. Thank you. I know some of you were yelling at the screen, Big, it's Big. Tom Hanks was in Big. Well, there was a situation where, he went back to being, from a kid to being an adult, all right, because he made this wish. You should see the movie. If you didn't see the movie Big with Tom Hanks, you got to see it. It's a very cool movie. So he makes a wish at this land, at this Aladdin, he's at the amusement park, with this genie. That's it. And he makes a wish. It says make a wish. He puts a quarter in and he makes a wish, and it says make a wish. And then he said he wishes he was big. And like the next morning he wakes up and instead of being a kid, he ends up being a big kid, but he's an adult. And so his best friend, so Tom Hanks, who's the one who grew up, ends up, getting in the adult world, and he ends up getting a job at this toy factory, and his best friend, who's still a kid, is still trying to play with him, and he says, you've changed, you're not the same, and he's like really angry with him, and Tom Hanks, who's now the new himself because of his circumstances, is trying to explain to his best friend, and it's like just a weird dynamic. And then, later on, he ends up shrinking, by the end, he ends up shrinking back to being a kid again, and he ends up being with his best friend again, and all that other good stuff. So, but the reason why I explain this is because there are circumstances that I feel is going to happen with one of you because of a relationship, and I feel like through communication, it will allow you, for the two of you, to stay together, but one of you is gonna kind of get lost in the love bug stage. So there you go. Go ahead. What do we got, Miss Jenna?
Okay, Margarita Varelli.
Margarita Varelli. I like it. I like that name a lot.
She says, my dad passed away 19 years ago. Today
I'm sorry to hear that. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday to him. He does know that every single year that you acknowledge him, you acknowledge his birthday every year. And if I'm not mistaken, I also believe that he acknowledges that one of you put a candle like on a birthday cake or a cupcake or something, and somebody does something special on his birthday for him every year, and he acknowledges that. Also, let me see. There is also a picture that he loves of you and him as a little kid, when you were a little kid. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like, thank you for all your good hearts and all your good well wishes, everybody. I appreciate it. There's like a scene at the beach where he's holding you. I don't know if he's got you in his arms or you're on top of his shoulders, but he's mentioning like that's one of his favorite pictures. So, and he's wanting you to know that he's the one that overwatches you, and he's the one that protects you while you're driving. And he says, I love you, I love you. And do you have a habit of always touching your hair? I'm getting like a nervous habit. You're always twirling your hair or touching your hair, but that's what I'm getting. And somebody's also referred to as Munchkin or Peanut. Hey, Peanut. Hey, Munchkin. Or the little monkey. I keep on hearing like little phrases like that. So, but anyway, he's fine and he loves you. And let her know that, as I'm hearing a voice, let her know that I'm very proud of her. So he does watch over you.
Okay, so Melissa Ann DeMary.
Melissa Ann DeMary
says, I have medical problems with myself. I had surgery. Now I'm in a wheelchair. Can you tell me if I will get to walk again?
Will you get to walk again? Let me see what the angel cards have to say. You know, the power of the mind could literally move mountains. And if you want to walk again, if you could visualize yourself walking again, if you push yourself every day to make it happen, I 100% believe you can. I also believe that if you stop all yeast, to take that out of your system and do not drink or eat anything with yeast, that will help it an awful lot. Anything with processed sugars, all right, stop taking that also, and because that is also going to slow you down. So do I believe that you could walk again? The answer is yes. You need to visualize. Don't see yourself as a cripple. And what happens a lot of times, rather than what people do to their kids or to their loved ones who are in a position like her, in the sense of being in a wheelchair, rather than trying to make their muscles stronger or to try to get them to get their mind to believe that they could walk again, unfortunately a lot of people get stronger canes or better wheelchairs so to make them more comfortable. And so you're enabling that person to stay in that situation. So if you believe in your heart and soul that you'll walk again, then yes, I 100% believe that you could walk again. But you got to really, really push yourself, and you got to believe in yourself, and you got to visualize. So, and prayers 100% help. So I just want to express to everybody that, you know, if anybody is going into surgery, if anybody is hurting emotionally, physically, financially, you know, you could send your thoughts out to me, and I'll be happy to put my prayers out there to you and to your family, because it's a proven fact that anyone who is prayed upon before surgery, they always do better in surgery before they go. Not only do you pray for the person who's going into the surgery, but also pray for the surgeon. And I put my prayers out there to the Holy Spirit, to my guardian angels, to Archangel Raphael, the angel of healing. And I thank them on your behalf and on everyone's behalf. I thank them for all their love and compassion and their healing energy, and to grace your body and soul to make you stronger than what your obstacles are. And then I say to you, as I say to you now, from my mouth to God's ears, may God bless all of you with lots of love, health, happiness, and prosperity, and that the angels watch over you and give you the strength and the confidence that you need to overcome all your circumstances. And that's my prayer and my blessing for all of you who are watching. So we'll do another question.
So
Sam Young
says, is Jimmy the one for me, or will we just be friends?
Is Sam Young the one for you, or will you just be friends? Don't you hate that? I was like, oh, let's just be friends. But I want more. No, let's just be friends.
Yeah.
You know, let me explain something to you about love. Something about love. You know, there are times where, you know, where you're in a romantic relationship, all right, and for whatever reason it doesn't work out. And then one of you say, oh, you know, let's try to be friends. Or can we be friends? Or both of us say, all right, let's try to be friends. It's a rarity, not impossible, but an extreme rarity that somebody who has had it all with each other, it's not like you could just be friends. Because what happens is that when the other person starts to date someone else, the other person's going to be jealous. But then you said, no, but we're just friends. It's like, yeah, it's good so long as you stay in that same mode. But if you're in this half-ass situation with each other, where you're like kind of dating each other, and then you're not, and then you're not, and you're not, and you're not, and then you date each other and not, and then maybe friends with benefits. Because if you're still sleeping with the person who you broke up with and you're friends with benefits and stuff like that, it's not going to work, only because, number one, it's stopping you from allowing yourself to be in a healthy relationship with someone else. Because whoever you're going to be connected with, the new person, they're not going to accept the fact that you're sleeping with someone else, even though you're just friends, or it's just whatever, you know, or, you know, it's just not going to work. When you're in a healthy relationship, it's either you put all your energy into it or you don't. But once you've had that all-out loving relationship with someone, and then one of you, maybe both of you, but when at least one of you is not feeling it anymore, you need to learn to let it go because it's just not going to happen. So, but like I said, it's like an all or nothing thing. You can't do things just half-assed when you deal with love circumstances like that. So, okay, everybody, that concludes my show for today, The Angels and Answers. I hope you got a lot out of it. I hope, I wish and bless upon you the best week of your life. All right, and I have this money incense. Again, it smells awesome. And if you want a money incense, you want the prosperity to overflow with in your life, just give me a call at 732-778-7173, or you could email me at artiehoffman@gmail, and I'll tell you how much it is because I don't want this to be like an infomercial. But again, if any of you, because I do have a lot of followers right now, and if any of you want to help promote a business or something you got going on, we could discuss all the details with that too. So, all right, everybody. Again, until next week, God bless you all. Take care. Bye.